Dolly Parton was a beautiful human being, both inside and out. Her goal in life was to unify people, not to divide. So I have a feeling she would be pretty disgusted with Harry Sisson using her name to do just that.
After Dolly Parton's passing, Trump and the Republicans are trying to make it seem like they were aligned with her on the issues, but I would remind everybody that the Republicans consistently cut the programs that she cared most about. For example, Missouri Republicans cut $4 million in funding for Dolly Parton's Imagination Library Literacy Program, which sends monthly free books to kids 5 and under.
Yeah, the Missouri legislature was facing budget shortfalls and they were making little cuts here and there, but they are still giving at least a couple $1 million to Dolly Parton's Imagination Library. But you forgot to mention how Washington State cut their funding entirely for the Imagination Library there.
And of course, we cannot forget that Dolly Parton was a huge supporter of the LGBTQ plus community, and well, we know how Republicans have targeted that community.
Yeah, she was a supporter of the LGBTQ community, but her message was consistently, love people, be kind, and God will judge. And overall, the vast majority of conservatives have that view. But she was never pushed on things like men and women's sports or boys and girls bathrooms. And those are the things that conservatives talk about when it comes to this issue. Not about gay marriage and gay rights overall. And interestingly, those are the main issues that have pushed people from the left to the right because of how extreme it's gotten. So you'll find that conservatives actually did align with Dolly Parton on a lot. But what you also fail to consistently understand is that conservatives don't need to agree with people on everything to support them. We're not liberals. We appreciate differences of opinion. What you're proving here is that being sad about a human life lost is entirely dependent on politics. You'll only be sad that they passed away if they align with you politically. And if they don't align with you politically, then it's reason to celebrate, as you guys have done multiple times. So it's weird that you think that pointing out differences of opinion should impact whether...
Yes, I don't know why this keep happening. Someone has passed away for people to mourn and maybe condole with the families. Instead, they start putting out videos on social media talking about, oh, who is not supposed to do this, who is supposed to do this. Recently, I think just a few hours ago, President Trump ordered flags to have staff for 1 week to honor Dolly Parton following her passing today. Very sad to report that Dolly Parton, one of the greatest country singers and far beyond ever, has just passed away. This is a true loss for millions of people. There has never been anyone like her and never will. POTUS. This has triggered a lot of people to say all kind of things on social media. I don't know why this is happening.
Hey everyone, my name is Brian Seaver, son of Cassie Parton, and I'm representing the Parton and Owens family today, announcing the passing of my Aunt Dolly Rebecca Parton Dean, sister, sis, Aunt Granny to one generation and Gigi to the next. This video announcement is something Dolly asked of me years ago, before I fully absorbed it as a future reality. As her head of security for more than 2 decades, a role my father Larry held before me, I have imagined the heaviness of this moment, but haven't truly felt it until now. It is an honor that is mixed with absolute pride and great sadness. But sadness lies with us, not with Dolly. Dolly has lived in the light and is in the arms of Jesus, surely met by Carl, her parents, and countless others who have watched her and longed for her to meet them in the heavens. I first went on the road with Dolly as a kid, getting a taste of the road life in the early 1980s. Dolly opened doors not just for me, but for her entire family to reach the potential we didn't even know was possible. Dolly also opened doors for generations of singers, songwriters, musicians, and dreamers from every walk of life and across every continent. By her example, we believed that anything was possible. She never saw a door she couldn't open, and the doors she opened made and changed history. My family and I have shared a lifetime of beautiful memories with Dolly, but so have you. She has always been on your television, your record player, your CD, and on your phone playlist, becoming an extended part of your family whether you liked it or not. Our family and the team she has entrusted with her legacy will work diligently to ensure her spirit will live with us forever. Dolly was a farmer, just like her daddy. He farmed the soil, she farmed songs and happiness. Dolly called me and said she wants to rest in a beautiful bed of plush cotton because after a life wearing heavy rhinestones, she finally deserves to be comfortable and have some rest. Rest in peace, Aunt Dolly, Aunt Granny, Gigi. May God bless Dolly Parton, and may God bless you all.
I don't want to see any of you redhawks talking about how much you love Dolly Parton. Because while she was too good of a person to tell you how full you are, I'm not. Because at best, you loved part of her. You loved the parts of her that didn't conflict with your bigotry and your misogyny of this country to be the dumbest on the face of the planet, and your glorification of people who hoard wealth while other people can starve. You didn't love any of the parts that conflicted with any of that. And I gotta tell you, when you leave all that out, you miss out on a huge chunk of who Dolly Parton was. Dolly Parton loved gay people. And she loved trans people. And she loved kids and loved them enough to donate huge amounts of money that would have made her a billionaire, so that she could send out hundreds of millions of books to underprivileged kids that couldn't afford them. Matter of fact, Dolly loved everybody in this country enough that she donated millions. So I hope you'll forgive me if I find rich to hear about how much you loved Dolly Parton when the people that you vote for support, they defunded her imagination library.
People are full of hate to a certain level that they just want to politicize everything. Taking a look at this, J.K. Rowling, she actually posted something about this. Libras came there telling her, oh, this consecutive should not be, oh, she was a Trump supporter. You know, a lot of things they're pouring out on social media. She posted, oh, do the F off. At a consecutive estimate, Dolly Parton was 100x the person you are. I don't know why people get triggered every single time this happens. They start looking, oh, this lady to me was not really a political someone. She was not into politics.
I'm not being political. I don't do politics. I'm not getting into any of that because I have a lot of fans out there and I don't want to offend anybody. And besides, I just don't get into that. And so if you are deciding you may want to ask me something more serious, don't, because I'm not going to answer.
No political rallies for you then?
No political rallies. I just love everybody. I just try to find the God light in people. Well, hey there, it's Dolly. And I'm here to give you an update on a few things going on in my life. First, it's concerning my health. And I have some good news and a little bad news. But the good news is I'm responding really well to meds and treatments.
I have been saying this. If you are a celebrity, avoid politics. If you want to have peace, immediately you say things that is awful. You start developing, having haters on both sides. This lady to me was never really into politics. If you look at some of her videos, you know, even during interviews, they ask her questions like, you don't go to political rallies, you know, she will refuse. I'm not into that. I don't do this, but I love everyone. You know, she realized that as a celebrity, you have fans on both sides. If you say something to this side, no, these people will switch, and that is how you start developing hate. She understood that perfectly, and till date, this divide is coming as a result of some of her policies that she used to disagree with Republicans, which to me, that is not a problem. As a celebrity, you should be able to advocate for some things that you stand for. Yeah, she stood up for LGBT rights. That was okay, no problem. It doesn't because she stood up for certain things like that, oh, she was now this, she was now that. People calling her, oh, she was a Trump supporter because she said some things about that triggered them. So they're just confused. It get me to my nerves when I see this guy at the beginning of the video saying all sort of things about her. It's insane, right?
And there's Donald Trump, who apparently has never held a flag before. What our race, which was a real switch up for him because normally he only likes his own race.
By now, okay? You have the address, you have the name, and here you go taking Dolly P? Oh my God.